Living near the forest is great, but it comes with risk, especially when fire is a possibility.
Fire is a concern for anyone living in the wildland-urban interface, and you and your home need to be prepared.
Hi, I'm Tom Fields, Fire Prevention Coordinator with the Oregon Department of Forestry.
And I'm Kris Babbs, President and CEO of Keep Oregon Green.
Fire can approach your home from any direction: the ground, above, your neighbors, even your own property.
Protect your home by creating defensible space around its perimeter. It's a proven way to make it less vulnerable to wildfire. Defensible space simply means to maintain the landscape around a home to stop the advance of a wildfire. The space also provides safe access for firefighters so they can protect it.
Defensible space is grouped into 3 zones. Zone 1, immediate zone. The goal of Zone 1, or the immediate zone, is to minimize sources of ignition, and that starts with the home itself. Using fire-resistant materials for your home and deck, along with fire-safe construction techniques, will help prevent airborne embers from igniting your home.
And keep your structure clean. Places like roofs, gutters, decks, any place where debris can accumulate need to be cleaned out regularly.
Replace mulch around your house with non-combustible materials such as crushed rock or stone.
And within 5 feet of the home, remove all plant material, living and dead. And take a moment to look up. Are there any branches overhanging the roof? You want to remove those as well.
Zone 2, intermediate zone. The goal of Zone 2 is to reduce and space flammable vegetation. This will slow the fire spread and keep it on the ground, making it difficult to reach the house.
Consider your choice of plants in this zone. Choosing low-growing and fire-resistant plants will help reduce ignitions and the spread of fire. Lawns are a good choice, but keep them well-watered and mowed to a height of 4 inches or less. Lawns, driveways, and gravel paths act as fuel breaks to help slow the fire and get it to drop to the ground.
Fire is best controlled when it's on the ground. So another goal for this zone is to eliminate ladder fuels, known for helping a ground fire climb up into the treetops. That could be shrubs near a tall tree or even low branches. So remove vegetation from around trees and prune limbs 6 to 10 feet up from the ground.
And as was done in the previous zone, remove all cones, needles, leaves, and branches from the ground. And if you have a wood pile, make sure that you move it at least 30 feet away from the home, preferably upslope. Zone 3, extended zone. This zone is the first line of defense. There may be more plants and trees in this zone, but if they're spaced and pruned properly, they'll provide a good buffer that can slow the advance of a forest fire by starving it of fuel.
If you've got small clusters of trees, make sure they're at least 30 feet away from other groups of trees. Individual trees should be at least 10 feet apart.
Although, you still should eliminate ladder fuels so that fire doesn't climb from the ground into the canopies of tall trees.
Absolutely, and remember, prune limbs 6 to 10 feet up from the ground.
Remove large accumulations of woody debris such as dead trees or piles of downed branches, needles, or leaves.
And although it's a bigger operation, thinning trees in this zone can make a big difference. By reducing the number of trees and spacing out the crowns, you can really reduce the spread of fire while maintaining a beautiful landscape.
Once you've created defensible space, there are some additional steps you can take to help protect yourself.
Make sure your address is clearly marked and that large fire trucks have easy access to your home.
Evacuation plans need to be ready and rehearsed long before a wildfire threatens. The time you have to avoid an approaching fire and evacuate could only be a matter of minutes, and you need to act quickly.
With these preventative efforts, you can help slow or stop the spread of a fire before it reaches your home.
Talk to a fire prevention specialist for your individual property, and talk to your neighbors to see what they're doing to make your community fire safe.
Find out more by contacting your local extension forester, a fire prevention specialist, or by visiting keeporegongreen.org.